Today we're gonna be doing what we do, playing OU. Yes, I rap. I rap from time to time. The secret's out the bag, but nah. Shout outs to the one true king for passing me a bunch of OU teams. I think it's yesterday's live that I mentioned that. So yeah, appreciate him. We're gonna hop right into it. We're on Psychic Partners. Team builders come out on Monday. Tomorrow will be an alternative tier, right? So things coming in the works. Finally wrapping up some big things this weekend. And yeah, just one step at a time, as they say. But how am I gonna dismantle this opponent, right? Spore for sure. Spore for sure. Curse Garg. What's his special attacker? I'm Terra Fairy Curse. It's a little annoying. I'd rather be Terra Water. I can beat the Gambit by cursing, but obviously being water would have been blessed here. Though I'm not max, but the fairy can work. It'll help versus Zoroark. And if I play the Gambit well, though those AV Toxapi are stinking up the ladder right now. So many ways to skin this cat. Can also sweep with Gambit. I'll keep this simple. I don't think this should be a particularly complicated matchup. Even if this is Zoroark, Spore is always the best play. If he goes for the Tusk. Tusk is one of my curse setup fodders anyway, since I'm Terra Fairy. So it is Zoroark, right? And I figured it might be choice card for like what I tend to run, and so Among Us was always the best bet. If you look at his team, Among Us defensively isn't that great. So this is a phenomenal trade for your boy. And so since the Zoroark is now asleep and has not burnt a sleep turn, I have the luxury of deciding who I want to have come in. Now we can guard, and the fact that he tricked is great for GARGANCL since he can't trick later. And he can't, even if he had to trick, that's why I have leftovers, so he couldn't Black Sludge trick my guard. Man, and levels to this. So Dragapult covers any switch he could make, as this allows me to pivot. Let me think. If I have a lot of stuff, it's Tusk. Don't want to Terra now. If I Terra now, don't have Trick, Terra Fairy. If I Terra my, I could also just not Terra my Garg, but that'll make his Tusk a little annoying. I'd have to deal with both Tusk and Gambit. If I go Gambit hard, he shall. So I'll do is go. Let's see what his item is. So these AV, I think that's what AV, and these AV sets run. What, infestation? I think. So that means I should have went to no. AV doesn't really change anything. How do I want to play this? I don't know the roles on this. I can't get poisoned. You can Surf / infestation. Pivot. Okay, let's Salt Cure first. Surfs and it does good damage. Okay. I just needed to confirm it. He goes to back switch, is insane to me. So we're gonna Terra and Curse here. I don't get the back switch unless it's like Terra Ground or something. Yeah, you look like a fool. So I get 2 curses, which will cover for the Gambit. Now he's in trouble. Yeah, because Tusk doesn't even make sense. Like Tusk doesn't solve the problem because I'm Terra Fairy. Yeah, like bulking up doesn't even solve the issue. So now he picks his. Problem is that he needs to Sludge Bomb, and Gambit's gonna take way too much. He goes to backs. Now he goes to Zoroark. What is he doing? Hoping that he hasn't burnt any sleep turns, right? He'll Salt Cure for. Oh wait, what? That shouldn't have killed me, right? Okay, I did no damage. Okay. Yeah. Okay, blessed. That's why Terra Water actually was helpful. I could have sworn he didn't burn any sleep turns. Him going backs doesn't make sense. That Curse here. Oh, he's going for the Hex. We'll Salt Cure. I'm curing up. I'm cursing up so that the Gambit can't beat me. But as I said, the Gambit was a huge. I mean the Terra Water. I mean Terra Fairy worked there, so I'm like, I could see cases where Terra Water would be better than Terra Fairy. I hear like I know the fucking metagame. I suppose Terra Fairy would only lose to Gambit. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, it worked, right? Though that's a sample size of one game, right? So it's not really that relevant statistically, but I'll keep it as it is and make do. Even if I was Terra Water, Bax was a bad play for a lot of reasons. If I double curse there, your Bax is doing no type of damage. So I'm guessing he just didn't know how to solve the problem. Well, I'm guessing, as if clearly that's what the case was, or else he would have solved the problem. Though I don't know if he had any solutions, truth be told. So it's just one of those things, similar to yesterday where I faced Skeledirge and those fairies and it just bodied me because I couldn't, even if you know what's about to happen, if your team is not equipped to solve that particular problem, then you just lose. See, it's another case where Terra Water would have been blessed because Iron Moth could Sludge Wave. Yeah, Terra Water would have been better in this game, but it is what it is. We made our decision. We made our choice. Now we gotta live with it. Gambit's really good, but not at the same time. We'll see. Garg. I'm gonna use Garg traditionally in this game. So Curse Garg might not sweep, but traditional Garg will. And I'm gonna remind everybody why Garganacl is Garganacl. So phase 1 of this is gonna be to destroy any and all. No earthworm nonsense is gonna happen. The only thing that could threaten my Dragapult is a booster Valiant or a booster this bad boy, and we have solutions. The booster dragon is actually an issue. I want to be careful of that. Terra Fairy I should be able to deal with it and force it to. So phase 1 is going to involve Pult. So booster speed. I guess this is the wave now. Do I want to take damage on this? I mean, if he stays in, he Dazzling Gleam, right? I've seen Dazzling Gleam on these. Yeah, and my guard can just EQ kill him. Part of me wants to recover. Because that's like why I lead a booster mon. Part of me wants to recover, but any pivot he makes, yeah, dead. I mean, even if I was gonna Assault Cure, you'd lose there. So I'm guessing his last move was either Dual Stab or those moths are running so many different things. So here comes the worm, which I expected eventually. We do what we do. I know he's gonna Shed Tail, but Pulse positioning again, unless it's Booster Valiant, in which case I'll have the Amoonguss as a solution. Yeah, because he can't risk me attacking, so he has to go for Moonblast the first turn. It's knock. Okay, which means this is great because he can't SD Nick KO me. So I'm surprised he went to boost. The decisions the dude's making is very interesting. So the Booster Valiant can't even benefit from this the next time. Taunt, Lord knows why he did that. I'm not sure what. Well, I'm guessing he taunted because he was like, okay, well, I just need to threaten you out. I don't even care what you do with this. Special attack drop matters, but you're giving up your, and the taunts worn off. So this is like worst case. You could go back to Worm, but the problem is I go back to Pult and none of your mons want this smoke. I'm guessing you're gonna go to Valiant. I mean to Gambit. Gambit? Yeah, Volcarona is not wanting this smoke, especially because I have a Garganacl. Now it depends on what the. If I Draco any quivers. If I could Terra Dragon Draco. I wonder how much that does. If he's fully offensive. Dragapult, so you choose specs. Dragon. Because there are a couple ways I can go about this. Volks run so many different sets that it's like, I don't know. So Draco does one shot if I Terra. Let's see. I connect, barely missed out on the KO. I do have priority and I doubt he can one shot me. Unless he's Terra Fairy. But he shouldn't have any priority, so all I need to do is break his sub and sucker punch him. Yeah, and I'm faster anyway. I thought that might be the case, but I didn't think so based on how little I did. So it must have been a bulkier. I don't even think he can one-shot me. He may have crunch, but if he does, so be it. Alright, Terra Flying. That's fine, because I got the sucker punch damage I needed. I forgot he'd never Terra'd. So we'll give up Among Us here, because he's going to acrobatics. And my goal in life is to... Susk definitely dies, going to EQ. Definitely knocks out. Plus might not die. Just nuts. It's nuts to say. Valiant. What don't I need? I don't need Garg. So if Garg somehow survives, Garg actually might live this. Plus, I don't know. With both the boosts, with his attack boost too, it won't live. So I'm gonna die to EQ here. Oh, I lived on one. Garg is a fucking animal. Yeah, that's game. Cause now he can't even play the games with me. Yeah. And now I position King's Gambit for success because your boy is Shed Tail twice. And your boy got the, he's Terra'd. So, I mean, he could go hard to Gambit. But the problem with that is I can just stay in and just body you. And then Valiant can come in and Moonblast sweep you. Well, it can't Moonblast sweep. The reason I'm saying, well, do I even need to? The reason I wouldn't go Tusk is because the worm is still alive. But I suppose if I EQ, what do you get? 30%? Then I'd knock. Then I'd rocks. That's a waste of a time. Worst of a turn. If you're gonna switch, I guess he didn't want me to Swords Dance, but it wouldn't matter now. Like now that the roaring moon is gone, it doesn't even matter anymore. Those are two quicker games. The Draco, I'm very surprised at the Volk still being slower than my Pulp, but that might have, I mean, that definitely contributed to him surviving the Draco. Because this says it, there's no chance. So if he was max HP, yeah, max HP, he's max HP, like he's really bulky Volk set. That still does a ton, Jesus. So I got probably the average roll, was it 98 that I did? So yeah, I thought max HP would take it a lot better. Specs Draco, man, sheesh. Had he Terra Fairy'd, I could have lost. I didn't think he'd be bulk. I haven't seen bulky Terra Fairy with that style of team, but if he did, he did. If he was Terra Fairy, what I was thinking was, I mean, Terra Fairy. Well, I don't know. I'm not tuned in with the meta enough. I was gonna say Terra Fairies typically have the Wisp, but that was back in the day. I don't know what Terra Fairies are running these days. So. Especially on a Earthworm team. It's surprised he was bulky Volk on an Earthworm team. Anyway, it's looking like a Terra Fairy Garg body bagging. We just got to get rid of Tinglu. So the question is, how do we do that? How do we lure his Tinglu in as fast and early as possible, as aggressively as possible? We do so with Lepold. So phase 1 is going to be Lepold. This boy's Choice Scarf. This boy's Choice Scarf as heck, guys. He's trying to get me. He's Choice Scarf as heck. Well, the beauty of this is that I'll lure in Hatterene. If he's not Choice Scarf, he'll go to Hatterene here, or Tinglu, which will give my Among Us a position of power in both cases. Yeah. Okay, so it goes Tinglu. We want to sport this bad boy right away. Yeah, I knew he'd do some dumb shit like that. As we said, Garg is a problem. We'll spin immediately. Actually, Noivern, I didn't expect Noivern. His Tinglu is asleep, which is blessed. I'm very split F on my Garg, so I can't deal with a Hurricane. Noivern's weak as shit. I should be fine. That did Decent damage, I won't lie to you. I'll recover here because I need this at a certain amount of health. The odds for Hatterene, that's interesting. I don't know why Hatterene he was fearing rocks. Okay. He can't nuzzle me. He might be, what's it called? That one item. Okay, it's just Calm Mind. Which means Gambit can always beat it. It's definitely Terra Water. You know, I thought about putting the speed on this, so it would be Draining Kiss. So I'll do is Moongi on the Draining. Gambit pivot. Even if he were to go for Mystical Fire, I kind of want to see what his last move is. But he's going to go for Psychic Stab here. That allows Gambit to take absolutely no damage, so I can take the Mystical Fire. And if he's going to stay in, he's going to go for the Terra Water, which I want him to Terra. If not, he'll go Hard Tusk. I suppose it doesn't matter. I'll just Katao straight up. Yeah. He can't knock me out, so this is an excellent trade. He Draining Kissed. Interesting. Draining Kiss 43%, and he's Salt Cured, so we're in a blessed state of mind. Katao, yeah, give me that Hatterene. I don't know why he thought that. Yeah. I'm actually really glad I didn't Iron Head there, because I didn't expect him to Draining Kiss. So that's wondrous. That's wonderful. If this is Specs, this actually it's not an issue, but it's annoying. Hatterene being gone just really helps from a hazard standpoint. We're gonna see I'm heavily Spadef Among Us. That is not choice Specs, but I don't have it's a really big Spadef drop there. Okay, he made the worst possible play. Well, he is 15 something. Worst possible play, because obviously now I don't even think he can 2-hit kill me even if he wanted to. You're doing 30% to me. I don't know if that's Specs damage or not. A U-turn would invite in Great Tusk, and Great Tusk would invite in My Tusk, and My Tusk would Rapid Spin as he opts for Tinglu. Yeah, let's get rid of this Tinglu because he wants the Tinglu awake. I'll spin first since the Lu. Well, I know he's gonna. He might not leave it in because I keep going Tusk on him, so you might fear that I have a fighting move. Tusk is a fighting type. Sometimes people forget this. Yeah, so he does offer Noivern. And the Rapid Spin did good damage. That did good damage. So the spikes being gone are huge because now this pesky Noivern can't continue to do as it pleases, and I get to cure this Tinglu, I'm sure. I'm trying to be patient here. Not trying to be patient. I am being patient here as he goes Shocks. Shocks is an interesting one. Now, what the beauty of it is that if he Tinglu's and he can't if Tinglu wakes up, he can't okay, excellent. Actually, it's better to Stealth Rock than spin. You can't spot my spin. The Earthquake did. He's fucking banded. Okay, I was like, am I tripping or did that Earthquake did 300,000? Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm not doing shit to him, but I don't need to. Not with my Tusk. Him being banded is kind of good because he can't Whirlwind. Excellent day. So if I go Gambit, Terra, Flying, SD, is this game over? No, because he has sub Shocks. Shocks is still a nuisance. He also can't guard against Dragapult now. So we go, he's definitely Pexing, but Pex is irrelevant. Pex is a sleep fodder. So we'll Valiant Moonblast. Why did I sense him staying in? I don't know why in God's name he would. Unless he fears, I guess, D or something. That said, the rocks being up plus the positioning of Among Us plus the bandedness of the Tinglu is his banded Pex. So somebody's going to sleep here, and it's going to be your Pex, it seems. Okay, brother. Okay, brother Pex. Gong shot, huh? It's a little annoying because my curse Garg has to Terra, but once I start cursing, it'll be a wrap. So what we'll do is Tusk. This dude went Great Tusk on an Among Us, bro. We can't make this stuff up, ladies and the gentile men. We cannot make this stuff up. I was gonna say I probably could Valiant, but let's just keep it. Oh, that boy is. I need me a young Ghost Resist. I need me a young Ground Resist Because Valiant ain't cutting it. Need me a young ground resist right now. So Side Shock here as it covers Pex. And, well, I didn't even mean to Side Shock. I actually meant to. It worked out. Tusk being gone helps with my Gambit. But I meant to Moonblast. The moment I clicked it, I was like, well, Pex is asleep. And it took 30. So that was a misplay. If this doesn't kill him with U-turn, I'm pretty sure it will. Tinglu coming in is blessed. Did I spore? Yeah, because I get to Giga Drain here as he EQs. Should live 2 EQs plus the Giga damage. With the Giga damage, and then GARGANCL wins with Shadow Ball. Oh, whoa, bro. Do I need this? No. I just Shadow Ball sweep this guy. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Okay. Let me see what you got. Because I'm pretty sure that Noivern should be... If you hard switch to the only quote-unquote counter you would have had when it burnt no sleep turn, that's not going to help. Especially since you can't spend... So 2 of your mons died to Hazard. So you really only have 1 mon left. You have 2 mons left. Noivern and Sandy Shocks. And if Noivern is Scarf, yeah, it's a wrap. If Noivern was Scarf, then he'd have to Draco to kill me, and that's a GARGANCL. The GARGANCL just comes in curses. Just does that side to side dance. You know, that's how Curse looked in what gen was that? Was that Gen 4? Remember when Curse was like a slow, like a and then like some dark energy would come out the ground. It was really cool stuff. I don't even remember what that Curse might have just been that. Curse might still be that, truth be told. But that was like the iconic Curse. Like, you know, when what would even use Curse? Snorlax? You know, oh shit, he used Curse. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for me. Seems very cool. Must beat it. Must beat it with a quickness. Valiant could do so for sure. So as well as Dragapult, but it won't be easy. That much I tell you. Actually, it might be. I might just destroy this guy with my GARGANCL very early in the game. It's hard to say. I need his Goldingo going. What kind of Goldingo is it? He's very weak to my Tusk. But at the same time, I am very weak too. Well, Gambit SD blows him away. But I need some conditions, man. Man, what a troublesome fellow. What a troublesome fellow with a troublesome fellow team. Okay. So phase 1 is gonna involve, you know, those pesky balloon, huh? Knock Gigaton Hammer. Do I need the health on this? Cause he'd either rock / knock, as I would Tusk, Toescrew rocks. Get the balloon off this to Dragapult. No, I actually don't want the damage on this. Especially because I heard these things be bulky and they don't die, right? So I would have Flamethrower lived the knock. And then I would have been able to knock him out next turn. I just wasn't sure if I wanted the specs gone off my Pult. And he doesn't have any great dragon resists. Unless that's Terra Fairy Garg. So I think it's worth it. Besides, I'll be able to get me rocks off here. That sounded perverted. Get me rocks off. These usually have a Spore, Spin, a Hazard, and I think Earth Power. Let's see. Yeah, Earth Power. Which means, okay. So we get to spin. You try to spin. I got that ass, boy. This allows for me to U-turn, which is super effective. Doesn't do much damage, but I get to reposition. No, that does a lot of damage. I lied. Wow, that does a lot of damage. I got bro looking like a fool here. He may double Spore, I doubt it. But the damage I needed is key. I don't want him sporing my Pope. That'd be a choke. I'd much rather him rapid spin. The damage on him I needed is there. So now my Valiant can blow him away. I forgot this thing has bad defense. I think it has bad defense. Either way, Amoonguss positionally is amazing because he doesn't want things spored. The only 3 things on his team can be spored, but this for the Quaco Val matchup is critical. Criticalo. And so what I'm looking at now that the Toadscrew has been bodied is, yeah, I guess Toadscrew. My Tusk is a real issue to him, like to switch into. So I suppose the Toadscrew, once I get the Sludge Bomb off, was a pretty big impediment to that. So the way I played my Polt, he's like, oh dude, this dude is a beast. Like I can't just willy-nilly. But I think between Polt, Valiant we already discussed, is a huge issue. The Tinkaton is a problem, which is partly why I contemplated trading my Polt. Because that would allow me to just Moonblast through his team, Terra Fairy 2 KO his entire team, I'm sure. In fact, maybe one shot. Not with one shot Garg. And I may still do that. Because Tinkaton can't recover anything, and I can infinitely go Tusk and infinitely bait in the Goldango and infinitely kill it with Earthquake. And if the Goldango comes in on my Tusk anyway, if I spin and it comes in, it can't kill me. I whip him up with this EQ, which would open up other things. So I figured he'd spin again. It's pretty low risk. Sludge Bomb can poison, and oh my. So that's gonna be dead. Toadscrew. Yeah, you got rid of my rock. So what? So what, bro? So what, bro? You can keep them smelly rocks. A couple options here. This could be banded, and in which case I would not have what is known as a switch-in. Zosspore here. It's too big of a risk. I'd rather him knock out my Amoonguss. Garg's gonna get annoying. Garg's gonna get real annoying right now. Cause he's going to stay in here to EQ. Do I think is Salt Cure better? I think Cursing is better, even if he switches out. I'd love to Salt Cure something on the switch, but he would never go, okay, so this was not the wave. Actually, it was the wave, because we took that. Well, which means if he Swords Dance, he Terra'd, which is good. My Gambit is really problematic, but his Quaco Val, if I'm not careful, can be. If he's Life Orb, what could he be? Maybe Dragon Dance. So it goes hard gold and go. I may have Focus Blast, but so be it. I can't play around with this. Him being Terra Ground. Because my Garg being Terra Fairy shuts down the Quaco Val, shuts down quite a bit. So it just makes it rain. It's like, this shit is too fucking dangerous. That did a lot. So I may be staring down Quaco Val. Yeah, it's still worth just going for the Katao. Because Quaco Val is not the bulkiest thing in the world. And I can always go Garganacl. As long as it doesn't boost up. And Garganacl's Salt Cure positioning is phenomenal. Garganacl's positioning is phenomenal in general. And it either doesn't have Sucker... Well, it could just feared Sucker Punch. So that's not always true. So Aqua Steps. Life Orb. Should that be doing 31? I'm really glad he left it in there. Because this allows me to recover. He's probably going to crit fish or hard switch here. Yeah. Hard switch made sense. We're going to do the same thing again. He may Focus Blast, but so be it. I don't think he's... Garg is too problematic. He specs 41%? Yeah, I'm Sucker Punching. Yeah, this... Oh, it lived. Wow. Okay. Is it worth taking the damage for this? This is specs. Because it would be better for me to... from a positional standpoint, if I go... She better to hold. So I don't think you turn 3%. There's no way he's living on 3%. If he does, Tusk has to take a hit. I don't want Polton versus, I guess if I shot a ball. If I shot a ball, I mean, I guess I'm too concerned about the guard. The guard would come in and fucking Saw Cure. What, you know, what of it, right? His Garg is still an issue. I need to be mindful of that. If I'm not careful, say it would have gone Quaco Val. But mine is Curse, so I have the edge. So we'll knock this out real quick. He was smart to switch the Goldengo out. So that Shadow Ball there. He have went Gargan, I would have gone to. Thing is, he gets to go Tinkaton on this, which isn't horrible. As I get to Tusk, though Tusk is really obvious, so he may switch it out. But what he's trying to avoid, especially since he Terra'd, is smoke with my Garganacl. That's not smoke he wants, especially because mine has defense investment. That's not smoke he wants. So here comes his double. I'm sure the Goldengo. He doesn't though, which allows for me to EQ this turn. I'm not gonna let the Goldengo come in on rocks because I lose Amon. If he sacks Quaco Val, oh he sacks Tinkaton. If I rocked there, he lost the Goldengo. Is it worth roxing? I mean, Tinkaton being gone means I just wash him with this fucking Valiant. He goes Quaco Val first, which should not be able to knock me out. But if he's banned, he's doing a lot to my fucking Garg. If I was banded and I get the rocks off, I mean, there's no way Tusk is dying to a fucking banded Aqua Step. But let me Quaco Val, because I want to wrap this up as quickly as possible. Say he's adamant. Let's just say +1. Aqua Step, Great Tusk. Holy Fizz Death. How much time did I have? 90 seconds, we good. Aqua Step is doing 55 to 66. It could kill me if he's adamant. If I get the rocks or the Goldengo is gone, then I switch to Garg. If I go hard Garg, I risk what a crit. I recover. It gets to step. I'm staring down Goldengo again. If he gets the kill, I'm gonna rocks. He doesn't get it, which is big. That's what she said. So now I don't have to worry about Goldengo. Even if he were to hacks me, because Tusk Quad resist rocks, so it won't. Yeah. So now I can recover here. Recover once more than Salt Gear. So I'm at full at least when I kill him. There's nothing for me to fear. Yeah. So he goes to his guard. But as I said, I have Curse. He's Iron Defense, which means he's body pressed. So that's not the end of the world. Especially if we Saw Cure each other. Yeah. I just need to Saw Cure him down to the point where my Valiant comes in. So I have the edge. And I'm getting an attack boost. Well, I guess the attack boost doesn't really matter, right? You're just cursing each other. He's faster than me now, though. But the body press won't make a difference. All he can do is Saw Cure. Yeah, that shit is doing no damage. Sure, he has more, what's it called? I suppose I could just crit him, though. Because my Earthquakes are actually doing super effective damage. So we just EQ here. Spam. Go Curse once more to get that +6. He has to recover. But yeah, Garg washes, so Garganacl is still the champ. You know, when we use Garg, we don't lose, man. That's why I don't use it. But nah, thanks for watching, you beautiful human beings. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in. I've been somewhat absent. I come on, get my recordings in, enjoy my lives as I go, and then I hop off. But again, with some projects wrapping up, I can finally start diving in. Some great things coming for y'all. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.